Wolverine is one of Marvel's most popular characters. Although he is not the most powerful or the most important hero, it must be recognized that the affection of the fans has allowed him to become one of the most important characters of the publisher. It is because of this that the hero has transcended beyond his legacy to be part of the history of other emblematic heroes and villains. Most of you may recognize Logan as a member of the X-Men, but he has also been part of the Avengers, the Fantastic Four, and has taken on other heroic identities as well. In this video we mention 10 occasions in which Wolverine took the mantle of other Marvel heroes and villains. Earth 691 is the home of the original Guardians of the Galaxy. In this universe most of the heroes and villains died during an alien invasion by the Martian Masters. Dr. Doom was one of the few survivors of this massacre, but to do so, he had to use Wolverine as a vessel. As revealed in Guardians of the Galaxy number 34, Doom transplanted his brain into Wolverine's adamantium skeleton. This allowed him to prolong his life and paved the way for a strange plot that would have seen him conquer Earth through the use of television. At some point in this timeline, Doom managed to kill Wolverine, leaving his adamantium skeleton intact. Through an undoubtedly complex procedure, Doom transplanted his brain into the skull of the deceased Wolverine. He then inserted machinery inside the skeleton itself to manipulate its metal structure with his mind. In this way, Victor gained a nearly indestructible armor for his mind that could last for centuries, keeping him safe and allowing him to plan his next move. Doom has always been extremely resourceful, the act of transferring his mind into Wolverine's skeleton being one of his most successful plans. While he was stopped, he was never definitively defeated, meaning this Terminator-style version of Dr. Doom could still be plotting in some distant corner of the multiverse. The Fantastic Four are Marvel's first family of superheroes. And once you are part of this family, you are part of this family for life. But there have been multiple iterations of the team over the years, beyond Reed, Sue, Johnny and Ben. And one of the most memorable came when Spider-Man, Wolverine, Hulk and Ghost Rider joined the team in an unforgettable three-part adventure from writer Walt Simonson and artist Arthur Adams. In Fantastic Four number 347, the duo introduced the villain Delilah, a Skrull who captured the original members of the team. She then assumed the form of Susan Richards and played the grieving widow while recruiting a new Fantastic Four lineup. Number 349 brought both teams together. Although Wolverine's interaction as a member of the Fantastic Four was short, the team was well received and returned as part of Doctor Strange's Secret Defenders, in addition to starring in several what-ifs. In one of them they even defeated Thanos during the events of the Infinity Gauntlet. Although the Hulk is known as Marvel's angriest hero, Wolverine is close behind, and when their powers combined, Logan harnessed his decades of rage to gain enormous, serrated claws that could make even the Hulk himself bleed. In Hulk number 21, Red Hulk's secret plans with the villain known as the Intelligence went awry. These irradiated Marvel's greatest heroes with gamma energy, turning each into a Hulk of sorts. Wolverine became a savage monstrosity with gigantic claws and ferocious teeth. Logan initially attacks Red Hulk, capable of breaking the skin of the indestructible hero with his gigantic adamantium claws. He then seeks out the Winter Soldier to take revenge on him, since he was the one who killed his wife years ago. It's not just Wolverine's claws that are enhanced. His speed and strength increased to Hulk-like levels. In the end, Logan managed to control his anger before killing Bucky and eventually gave up the gamma power, but he proved to be an extremely strong threat. Who knows, maybe this version of Wolverine was what inspired the creation of Weapon H a few years later. After the historic Avengers team disbanded, the new Avengers assembled a more informal group of heroes. After encountering this team in the Savage Land, Wolverine aided the new Avengers against Sauron and a group of rogue S.H.I.E.L.D. agents. Iron Man then offered Logan a place on the team. Tony Stark suggested that after Scarlet Witch's mental breakdown, the Avengers needed someone who could make tough decisions and go places others couldn't, for the sake of the team and public safety. Since Logan was still recovering from brainwashing at the hands of Hydra and the Hand, Stark also claimed that being an Avenger has given him perspective during difficult times, which helped convince Wolverine to accept membership. Wolverine's abilities were particularly useful when the new Avengers became an illegal group following the events of Civil War. Logan was invaluable in the fight against the Hand, the Hood's gang, and the impending Skrull invasion. Logan has been an on-again, off-again member of the team, even going so far as to side with the Avengers during their war with the X-Men. At one point, Wolverine became the new Iron Fist to turn his adamantium claws into god-killing weapons. This event occurred in New Avengers number 6, as part of Marvel's Heroic Age. After the Dark Reign storyline, Commander Steve Rogers gave the new members of the Avengers the keys to Avengers Mansion. Shortly after, they found themselves under a mystical attack from the powerful Agamotto. To combat it, the Avengers decided to combine their powers into a single vessel, Wolverine. Iron Fist was present, so Wolverine's claws were imbued with his amazing power. Logan's most notable physical change in this form was Iron Fist's signature dragon burned into his chest along with Daimon Hellstrom's pentagram. However, they weren't the only two who gave Wolverine his power. He gained the strength of Ben Grimm and Luke Cage, as well as the mystical powers of Stephen Strange and Dr. Voodoo, who aided Wolverine using spells as he fought Agamotto in the light dimension. In the story, Curse of the Mutants, we saw Dracula's son, Xeris, trying to take over San Francisco. After killing his father, Xeris sent a biological suicide bomber to Union Square. The blood of this vampire covered almost everyone in the square, including Jubilee, who slowly began to transform her. Eventually, the X-Men attempted to stop the vampire invasion. Jubilee took advantage of Logan's confusion and infected him with the virus. Wolverine's healing factor resisted the transformation at first, but Logan eventually transformed into a vampire as well. Immediately, Xeris used Logan to attack his friends, but it was revealed that Logan allowed himself to be infected to defeat the vampires from within. Over the years, Logan has become a vampire on several occasions, and the fact that Marvel continues to recycle this plot shows that Vampire Wolverine is a very attractive concept for fans. Web of Venom revealed to us that, long before Spider-Man, Logan was infected by a symbiote. During the Vietnam War, Nick Fury recruited Logan and other heroes for a secret mission into enemy territory. They encountered several enemy soldiers infected with symbiotes and quickly decimated Nick's forces. To make matters worse, one of the symbiotes took over Logan and attacked Fury. After a while, the symbiote left Logan, but he gained some of his memories, including Wolverine's constant struggle to control his animal instincts, so they decide to let Fury's men live and leave. In addition to this story, we have seen various incarnations of Wolverine being controlled by a symbiote or by Venom himself on various occasions and in media other than comics. In any universe, Wolverine is one of Marvel's most formidable mutants. In addition to his adamantium-covered skeleton and sharp retractable claws, superhumanly keen senses, speed, stamina, and mastery of various mixed martial arts and weapons, Logan also has one of Marvel's best healing factors. The Phoenix Wolverine has those same abilities with the added boost of the Phoenix Force. Although not much is revealed to us about how Logan obtained the Phoenix, we see Wolverine converted into a cosmic entity of great power, which is even capable of traveling in time to change history. He even faced off against old King Thor and a future version of Doctor Doom. In the end, both heroes teamed up to stop Victor, but Logan sacrificed his power to give Thor a chance to defeat the villain. While the main universe's Wolverine is an icon in his own right, Old Man Phoenix is undoubtedly the most powerful version of Wolverine. In 2023, Logan and Ghost Rider joined forces to stop a military weapons program that sought to harvest the power of Hellfire for themselves. In the process, they created a combination of Wolverine and Ghost Rider, which was called Helverine. The efforts of the heroes made them finally manage to stop him, but this entity recently returned to take over the body of Daken, Logan's son. As such, Helverine possesses all of Wolverine's powers, plus Ghost Rider's strength, mastery of Hellfire, stamina, and gaze of penitence. In Annihilation 2099, Marvel introduced us to the last of the Nova Corps, who turned out to be Wolverine himself. This person was part of the experiments on Xandar to infuse the Nova Force into every cell of a human body. Unfortunately, although the experiment was successful, the explosion of power attracted powerful interdimensional parasites that killed everyone on Xandar. Everyone except the new Nova, who was able to fight her way to freedom. The Nova Force is an incredibly powerful energy source that members of the Nova Corps can access through their helmets, granting them various powers including flight, energy blasts, and force fields. However, the parasites attracted by his experiments wiped out all the other carriers, leaving Wolverine with all the strength, now distributed throughout every cell of his body. This comic is very recent, so we don't know what the future holds for this new version of Logan. Even so, in his first appearance, he proved to be very strong, in addition to recovering the arm he lost after his confrontation with the Hulk. There is no doubt that Wolverine is one of Marvel's most important personnel, and that will help us see him in future stories as part of the publisher's other iconic teams or assuming the mantle of other important heroes. Who knows, maybe in the future we will see him as a variant of Spider-Man in the main universe.